Today we're going to TeamLab Forest in Fukuoka. It's much quieter than TeamLab Borderless or Planets in Tokyo and has many of the same rooms as the TeamLab Planets expansion that opened in early 2025. Join us for an afternoon in Fukuoka, starting with lunch at this chain restaurant with an amazing rice machine for unlimited refills. See what else there is near TeamLab Forest, including the Sanrio Dreaming Park, experience the Fukuoka subway, and Okonomiyaki at one of those tiny restaurants that are just the best. If you're planning a trip to Fukuoka, there's a whole playlist of Kyushu videos on my channel. There are so many interesting places to go. First, we're having lunch at Yayoi Ken, a chain restaurant with branches all around Japan. They have teishoku, traditional Japanese set meals served in little dishes on a tray with rice and miso soup. It's everyday food, nothing fancy, but perfect for a quick lunch. I want that, the ginger.
This one.
Oh, this one actually. Yes, please.
What do you want to drink? Shochu?
Maybe a normal drink. Oh, there's the drinks.
Yeah.
Orange juice. The vegetarian options are easy to spot in green. Oh, you can pay on card. That's unusual for a machine. Ticket. There's the change. So the machine gave us these tickets and the staff just took half of each one so they know what we want to order. That was actually really easy, and it's great that you can change the language of the touchscreen to English. Here on the table, this is for water refills. There's some hand sanitizer, chopsticks, soy sauce. In here, is that ginger, I think?
It's ginger.
Shichimi, that's spicy. I've got the ginger soy meat with vegetables stir fry. It comes with miso soup. It looks like a spicy sauce, rice, and a little bit of tofu. That's good, I didn't expect that. And you can get free refills on the rice. Phil got the chicken and potato croquette set. It comes with some shredded cabbage, and he's also got miso soup, rice, and a little bit of tofu. Maybe some pepper. Update, the sauce is gochujang. It's quite a spicy one actually, and the tofu is silken tofu, which is really soft, and that's cold. And this isn't ginger, it's shredded something with a fish flavour. You can get free refills of rice, and there's a rice machine, so you put your bowl under, press the button, and the rice comes out a bit like a soda vending machine, and you can choose what size you want to get in grams. Bill just got the 50 grams. Mine tastes a bit chow mein-ish. You can taste the ginger, and the soy meat's kind of different from soy meat I've had before. It's got a bit more texture. What did you think of your meal here?
It was nice. The chicken was nice and soft, you know, like Japanese chicken is. Well, you don't, but it's very soft and juicy, and the potato croquette was nice. The whole thing didn't have a lot of like special flavours. It was a fairly basic meal, but it was tasty, and for the price, like, really good. It's a nice, easy lunch option.
And I'm really surprised they had soy meat options on the menu. There was another soy meat dish as well, so it wasn't like I was having the only choice. So this place, Yayoi Ken, has branches all around Japan, and I'm kind of surprised that you don't really hear that much about it. Like, there are some chains that you hear a lot about abroad, but I'd never really heard of this one before. It's got branches everywhere, and there were vegetarian options all around when I didn't even know.
Are they vegetarian at all of them?
Yeah, it's on the standard menu. It's the same menu at all of them. And it was really cheap. It was 1,880 yen for the 2 meals and 2 drinks. We both had an apple juice. So that was really cheap. It's a pretty good lunch option.
Yeah, nice lunch.
We're on our way to TeamLab Forest in Fukuoka. I think it's a smaller version of a TeamLab installation. I'm not quite sure what it's got, so that'll be a nice surprise. We've just come to Tojin Machi Station on the subway, and we're walking towards the sea. There's some signs to the PayPay Dome, and it's quite near that, so we're just following the signs at the minute. Down there, I think that's the building it's in, and you can see the spiral slide down the side of the building, and there's some sort of fun park on the top as well. So here's the building where TeamLab Forest is. It's called Boss EZO or EZO, and the boss is the same boss as on Boss Coffee that you get coffee in a can from the vending machine. Here's what's in the building. TeamLab is on floor 5. Oh, the slide is at the top. There's a suspended roller coaster, climbing and bouldering. The theatre, Sanrio Characters Dreaming Park, V World, that's a virtual reality park. D Festa, I don't know what that is, and a baseball museum.
A music theatre at the bottom too.
Hi, HKT48, like AKB48 with Hakata. And the entrance to the slide is just down here. And that's where you come out. You can't really see very well from here. So HKT48 really is like AKB48. It's a big girl group. Oh, here's their theatre. Discography, they've got a lot of records.
Oh yeah, they've got the wall of members as well.
There's a lot of them. So you get your tickets from a machine and it's got English language. 2 adults. So we get a QR code and that's our ticket. You can buy your tickets in advance on the TeamLab website. Right now it's Monday afternoon about 3 p.m. and there's no queue or anything to get in, and we got a ticket straight away. It's the end of February, so it's not a busy time of year. I always love these. They've got combination lockers for your umbrella to keep them safe. There's an app to download for the Catching and Collecting Forest, and they've got QR codes here to download it. The first room is the Catching and Collecting Forest, which I think is going to be similar to what they have at the Galaxy store in Harajuku. Use the app on your phone to collect creatures from around the room. When you touch an animal, it may turn to face you or run away. So hope we can be friends with them. Okay, this is much bigger than the Galaxy store in Harajuku. Oh. Hello. They're all around the floor as well as all around the walls. It's really pretty actually with all the colours. These tree roots. A resplendent quetzal, and you can release it. Oh, there it is. It's flown away. Catch those quetzals.
Oh, it says I've got the second one, so now I can learn more.
Ah, you learn more each time you catch one.
And the third one, I learned about relationship.
Relationship with the quetzals.
Mm.
There it is.
Japanese wolf. Extinct.
Are these all endangered or extinct animals?
Not
I
all of
wonder.
them, no.
That's what's coming along now. It's so pretty. Some of the animals are camouflaged quite well, and this here is actually a mirror. It looks like it goes on further than it really does. You made friends with that one, Pia? It said if you touch the animals, they'll either become friends with you or they run away. And I become friends with it too. Oh. There's a snake on the floor, a salamander, frog. It's teeming with life. This room is so pretty and relaxing with the soothing music and all the animals. It's like you're in Pandora with the bioluminescence. It's a nice environment to just be in. The catching and collecting element adds another layer and turns it into a fun, interactive experience. What is this? Should we go and make friends with them? They're running away. Some of these animals are so big. Look how few people there are. You can see everything really well. If you've been at another time of year, let me know in the comments if it was also like this. There are various areas, like an underwater area with sea creatures. Oh, sorry. As well as catching creatures with a bow and arrow, you can also put a net on the floor to catch them. Once you put a net down, you have to try and force the creatures to go into it. Oh look, there's a crab. Let's see what we can get. A Kuruma prawn. You have to catch more to find out more about it. And then you can release them. Hard to do that with one hand. You can spend quite a while in here spotting and catching all the different animals. Finally, we left into this beautiful flurry of butterflies. What is this? They checked which shoes we were wearing. You should take the camera, Phil. I'm going to drop it. These are really bouncy. Yeah, they do. They flash when you go on. Oh, is it a sound effect as well? Whoop, whoop. We're the only ones in here now, Fia. Yeah, I'm trying to film downwards and not fall over. Okay, I'm going to put this in my pocket now. My balance is terrible, so I went for a route around the edge. In the next room, you scramble up this squidgy slope. Again, we had it all to ourselves. Which route are you going to take? I'm going to go for this one. Ooh. This reminded me of parts of the original TeamLab Borderless in Tokyo when it used to be in a diver, but this is more physical than the current TeamLab Borderless, which is much more accessible with no squidgy floors. It's like a vortex. That will be the next room, I think. Yeah. Ah, there's 2 routes. Let's have a look. See if they come back. See if they ever return. Maybe that's a dead end down there. Sometimes people ask me if TeamLab is just for Instagram photos, but it's not just about beautiful projections and environments, it's also about fun and exploration and awakens your sense of playfulness. Again, this room feels very relaxing with calming music. They had creatures you can colour in, so I've chosen this lizard, and here's all the oil pastels. What design should we do? Let's do the eye first. Oil pastels were actually invented in Japan as a way for children to be creative and express themselves with bright colours. It's got some orange nails. It's my fire lizard. At TeamLab Borderless in Tokyo, they had a thing like this with fish and sea creatures, and then they scanned it and they flew around the walls in a giant aquarium. This one, it seems like you're drawing things just so they can sell you things, which doesn't seem quite as good. But it is fun to colour stuff in. Ah, thank you. Arigato. Something's changed. Oh. Oh. Okay, we've got to chase after it now. It's quite fast. Has he gone away? He's been washed away. I hadn't noticed before, but now that I know, you can tell that some of these have been coloured in by people. Oop, there's my lizard again. It's moving around a lot. I thought it had gone away. The floor's squishy in here as well. At the end they said if you want to go around again and do any of the rooms again, you can before you leave. We've just gone to a floor below and there's some coin lockers here if you need somewhere to put your stuff. They're on this floor and the first floor. This is on the same floor as the restaurants. Here's where you get tickets for the slide as well. It looks like it's 1,000 yen for adults. That was really fun. I thought it wasn't going to be that I thought it wasn't going to be that big, but we spent about 2 hours inside TeamLabs in the end. We spent quite a lot of time collecting animals, seeing how many we could get, because they all show up in your collection book and it tells you how many you've found out of how many there are. And that section is quite big. And even though we'd seen a similar sort of thing already at the Galaxy shop in Harajuku, it was still fun, and this was a much larger scale version. And it was really fun going around the rooms with the squishy floors. I was kind of surprised they didn't make you take your shoes off or anything for that, but you can keep your shoes on as long as you're not wearing high heels or pointy shoes that are going to damage it. If you are wearing heels, they had shoes you could borrow from there as well, although I wouldn't recommend wearing heels if you're in Japan because you do a lot of walking.
I think sandals are on the list as well.
You're not allowed to wear sandals?
I think sandals or flip-flops. I think anything that could slip off your foot or cause you to slip.
Oh yeah, it could be a bit dangerous because some of the floors are squishy or uneven. Even though we've been to TeamLab Planets and TeamLab Borderless in Tokyo, it's still worth going to all of them. And I think it would appeal to anyone. There's no language barrier really. It's just a fun place to go for anyone to enjoy. This was before the TeamLab Planets expansion. If you've only been to the original TeamLab Planets, I'd still say it's worth visiting both. However, if you've been to the expanded TeamLab Planets that opened in early 2025, that includes rooms that are the same or very similar to everything at TeamLab Forest in Fukuoka, as well as many others. Although TeamLab Fukuoka is much quieter.
Up here on the 7th floor, there's the Sanrio Characters Dreaming Park. So this section is a Sanrio store, and then in the other part you can take AR photos with characters. They've got some sets you can take photos with, and there's some games on the screens, and for all those things you need to get tickets to play. Here's a machine to get tickets for the games. It looks like the tickets are 500 yen each. I'm guessing it's one ticket for each activity. And over here you can make your own nameplate. Got all the letters and hiragana. So you don't have to figure out all the hiragana. On the floor below there's V-World area that's got various virtual reality and augmented reality experiences and games and rides. It's free to go in and then you pay for whatever attraction you want. Here's the prices. Well, they're doing a virtual bungee jump. Do you think that's going to flip up?
There's a shopping mall next door to the Boss EZO building where we popped into an arcade.
Do you think you can win the Sumikos? I think you just have to go for anything you can grab, scoop them up. I like the snail, the little plant one, but that one's very small. Do you think it's better to go for one nearer the front? But then it might get caught on one at the back, might start bouncing.
Yeah, I think you won't want the back.
Will we get anything? Come on, snail. Grab a handful of them. Oh!
No, I don't need to try and go for the snail again. I'll get that one.
It does seem like it's on the edge. Yeah, go for that one on the edge, yeah.
Too far back, I think. Oh, maybe not.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh! We've just been for Okonomiyaki at Mimi in Fukuoka, which is near Ohori Park. It's a really nice park actually, with a big lake in the middle, and it was delicious. I had the cheese okonomiyaki and Phil had the mix, which had a bit of everything.
Pork, squid and prawns in it. Shrimp.
It was a really small place. It was run by just one woman, which is always impressive how one person can run a restaurant by themselves. So it was a really cozy place and she was really friendly.
It was nice to go to a smaller place because being vegetarian, you often don't get to do that. So you have to go to the chains and things.
Yeah, it's quite limited where I can go because most places don't have vegetarian options.
Yeah, to find somewhere that had a single counter, which is quintessential Japanese, or it feels like it.
It feels more authentic because often we'll end up eating, if you eat in a restaurant in a mall or a food court or something, that's not such an authentic small restaurant.
Yeah, it was delicious and really didn't cost a lot.
It was 3,500 yen for the two of us, and we both had an okonomiyaki. Phil had a beer, I had a lemon sour. So yeah, really good.
Each station on the Fukuoka subway has its own symbol, which is really helpful to remember them. Also, look how calm it is. If you don't like crowds, I'd really recommend visiting places in Japan outside the golden route of Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka. I was excited to get a spot at the front of the train where we could see the driver. We finished off the night, as you always should, with karaoke. If you want to know more about that, I have a video about how to do karaoke in Japan. It's really fun and definitely something you should try, even if you're bad at singing like us. Remember to check out my Kyushu playlist if you're going to Fukuoka, and I'll see you next week with more Japan videos on Thursday.